1010XL, presented by Favre and Favre, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Favre.
Logan puts it down. Cam Little kicks it up. The 68-yard field goal is good! He drilled it from 68 yards on the last play of the half. How good is that? It's a quarterback draw. Trevor to the 5, into the end zone, touchdown. Another terrific play call, a quarterback draw, and Trevor ran it into the end zone to give the Jaguars the lead. They run it with Tootin. He is
touchdown.
Into the end zone, touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown run by Bashal Tootin, and the Jags have retaken the lead here in Las Vegas. Logan Cook puts it down. Cam Little kicks it up, and the field goal is good, and we are tied. He drilled it. 23-all with 16 seconds to play. The third field goal of the game for Cam Little. Quarterback sneak. He was in. Touchdown! He dove over the top. He extended the football. Trevor has scored with 3:24 to go in overtime. Geno Smith drops. Looks. Pump fake. Knocked down! Devon Hamilton knocked it down. It's no good. The Jaguars win it. How good is that?
1010XL 92.5 FM presents Jaguars Today with your hosts Mike Dempsey, Tony Smith, David Garrard, and Dylan Denmark.
Oh, we got the gang all back together for a victory Monday around these parts. Good morning, Jacksonville and Greater Duval worldwide. Jags back in the winner's circle, 5-3. DG, good morning to you.
Good victory Monday morning to you.
I know that because I look at you.
Oh, did you notice
And you've
something?
got it right across your chest. It says Victory Monday. Tony, happy Victory Monday to you.
Happy Victory Monday.
I know
He also has
that it's
it.
Victory Monday because I look at you, and there it is right across your chest.
What about you, Mike?
Dylan, happy
Loser.
Oh, what
Gators
is that?
lost to Georgia? What
Yeah.
the hell are you wearing in there, man?
I woke up and the Gator hoodie was right beside my bed. I said, I'm wearing this. It's a little cold. I'm wearing a hoodie.
It's a little cold. Well, you got the Victory Monday on underneath
For
it?
the whole 20 seconds,
No.
you have to be
I
outside.
forgot about it.
He forgot about it.
It is freezing in this
After
studio.
2 L's, he forgot about it.
Right? Just cast it aside. So there's at least one Victory Monday shirt up for grabs today.
Yeah,
the
see?
one previously owned by Dylan Denmark. Do we have what's our status on Victory Monday?
Oh, we
shirts?
got plenty of them.
Oh, we do.
That's what I was told.
We do.
I need to go double check, but I'm pretty sure we got plenty.
I would say I would double check before you commit, but I'm going to put kind of you're in charge of Victory
Yes.
Monday shirts from this
Are
point
they
forward.
still all schmediums, too?
I don't know. I have no idea. That you work through Dylan on
Okay.
this now. Okay, if you want to get a Victory Monday shirt today, call in, comment on, let us know how you feel about
Yeah!
the Jags getting a win. DG is going for his second right here.
Man,
Pretty happy.
I am. I'm excited.
All right, what's your lead thought coming out of that game?
First of all, I've been thinking this the whole time. I love Travis Etienne and the running game yesterday, the way that they could help their quarterback out, who started off kind of struggling. And I feel like we have not done enough for that man in the backfield, because I feel like he has even more if we allow him to.
Boy, he ran hard yesterday.
Yes, he did.
He took a few shots, and there were one or two where
The one by Butler?
The defender is he 69?
Yes.
Where he just basically he thought he killed him. He thought he murdered him.
I thought he did too.
And Etienne's like shrugged it off and picked up like 7 more or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
didn't even go backwards. He just went to the side a little bit and was like, "Oh, that was it. Let me go get."
And he
5,
had
6
several
more."
of those where they
did.
like full on stopped his momentum, and he was not going to be denied.
I love how he can like weave his way through the pocket too, through the holes, and just his burst. Like I said, I feel like there's more from him, and there's more that we got to be able to get from him. I love how they didn't do just rushing attempts with his yards. They were like, these are all of his attempts, and here are his yards, because that's what he has. He can catch the ball with the screen. He can run it out of the backfield. You can toss it out wide to him. Whatever it is, just get the ball in his hands and let him work.
Yeah, 27 touches, 115 yards of real estate yesterday for Travis Etienne. He was very, very good, Tony. There were a lot of guys who were very good. There's some guys who were shaky as well. I mean, Cam Little, how can we not deny what he did?
Yeah.
We knew he had it in him. We saw it in the preseason, but to do it in game conditions when it mattered and those points counted, and at that point, the Jags had nothing going offensively. I mean, to cut the lead in half right there, and then huge play by Monteric to get the interception. Even though they had to settle for the 3, it was a fresh start to the football game at that point.
Yeah, both teams were miserable for the first 3 quarters. And then depending on which side of the ball you were looking at, both sides were miserable in the fourth quarter and overtime defensively.
The opposite side.
Like both of them just couldn't get anything done defensively. When the coin toss for overtime, I was in my head, like when they tossed the Jags were like, we'll take the ball. I was like, well, now it's just a matter of whether the Raiders convert the 2-point conversion. Like that's the way the game felt before they even started overtime. And that's exactly how it wound up playing out with everything that was going on. And with all the injuries they were dealing with throughout the day, the Hunter news midweek, like all that the Jaguars were dealing with before and during the game. The quarterback is sick. He throws probably the worst interception we've seen him throw. And that's a difficult bar to get under.
Right.
But he found a way to crawl under that
I'm not
bar.
even sure how you throw that as an interception. That is like the word. First of all, it's a shovel that should be going to the running back, and then you might have a secondary throw.
You tried a little sidearm
but
slinger.
not like a boomerang. You can't boomerang it around people.
First of all, can we stop having him roll left at least so much? It should be like the rarity, you know.
It's normally that way.
It normally, right? Like a naked boot, something like. I get it on occasion, but he rolls left, and I don't know what he's seeing. He's got it in double coverage. But let me say this: it happened, right? Bad play. I said it in the post game yesterday. Guess what? Probably gonna do it again. At some point, he's going to do it again, right? Because it seems to be it's a little bit in the DNA.
Yeah.
But, and I'm not denying that it happened. I'm not denying that Trevor helped, dig a hole might be strong because they drove 17 plays and he threw the pick. It wasn't like he threw a pick 6, whatever. So they had marched it down
Just
there.
deflating.
But on 1st and goal for the 1, if Cole Van Lannon doesn't false start, they're probably handing it off until they get it in the end zone. That play never happens. If you take that play out, Trevor Lawrence had a pretty damn good performance considering when we found out just how sick he really was. Like literally throwing up all night, all morning. Like this wasn't just, I'm a little under the weather.
Know it was that bad.
Oh, yeah. Marissa said that they were both. She goes, I don't know how he even played.
Yeah.
Like, we had the same thing, and I was, like, bedridden the whole day. And Liam said it after the game. Yeah, he was puking his guts out. And so good for him for getting it done. Good for Josh Hines-Allen for getting a sack and a half to tie the all-time franchise mark. We got a lot to get into today.
Yes, we do.
All right, so let's not lay it all out there in
Some
the
good
opening
things to get into.
Few minutes. Yes, we're back in the victory column. We're 5-3. The Jags have won more games under Liam Cohen in 8 weeks than they did all of last year. Period. Wow. So, I mean, if nothing else, you should be happy today. Would you have liked to have boat raced the Raiders? I would have, sure. Who wouldn't? Would I have liked to have lost? Hell no. So I'll take that W and I'll move on, and let's hope we got a good medical staff because we are gonna need it in a
lot
big,
of guys
big way.
struggling right now.
A lot of guys struggling, but we're not the only team in that situation. All right, so we're ready to roll today. If you want to get in on a reaction victory Monday, 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines, 641-1010 on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. You can stream us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, or hit us up on social media at MD_1010XL, at 1010XL Fat Tony, at David Garrard _9, or at 1010XL Denmark.
Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws, baby.
Apparently, even the law of Victory Monday shirtage is not obeyed when you're drinking claws like young Denmark is in there this morning. All right, Jags win. Where do they go from here? You want to talk trade deadline? That's certainly on the table because that comes up tomorrow. What is that one position if you're going to add right now? I don't know what the priority is. Is it safety? Is it corner? Is it wide receiver? Is it defensive line? They could use some reinforcements, and I'm of the mind to use some of that late round capital and to continue down this path and to put a winning record on the field. I don't think this team's winning the Super Bowl this year. May not even advance in the playoffs, but I'd like to give them the best chance possible to set a foundation under Liam Cohen where the mindset is we are a playoff team and we're going to make the playoffs consistently. Let's start it in 2025. So we'll take your calls, thoughts, texts, emails, what have you on all that coming up. This is Jaguars Today on a wonderful Victory Monday on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. A high-performance machine raises eyebrows and holds your attention.
And play big-time football on a big-time stage.
And so it is with the Performance Painting high-performance play of the game.
Somebody got to make a play.
On 1010XL.
Hey Jacksonville, it's Dr. Kevin Kaplan, team physician for the Jaguars and proud member of Jacksonville's newest orthopedic dream team. At Orthopedic Specialists of Jacksonville, we brought together 10 board-certified fellowship-trained surgeons, each one a specialist in their field, all working together to deliver smarter, faster care with better results. From sports injuries to joint replacements, we've got the right player for every position. Visit osjax.com and meet your team. That's osjax.com.
Jaguars Today.
It's a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. I love Hello Smooth Med Spa, my go-to for skin health and beauty. Their biggest event of the year is November 19th, National Botox Day. Huge deals, local vendors, and it benefits Make-A-Wish. Don't miss it. Visit hellosmooth.com for more details.
Go! The Friday night lights stay bright well after the game. Catch the winning coaches with Hacker and Dylan Denmark.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Hi, I'm Amber Frangie. You know that other Frangie? Well, he's my dad. But I'm here to tell you about how much I appreciate the Awaken 180 weight loss program and how it's changed my life. Like a lot of folks, I let myself go a little. Not proud of that, but it happens. And I wasn't sure what to do. I've tried a lot of other weight loss programs, but they just didn't work. Not like Awaken 180. Can you believe I've lost 70 pounds in less than 4 months? With Awaken 180, there's no medication, no shots, and no side effects. And best of all, really fast results. You eat the food that's provided, and it's really good food. You work with a coach on a regular basis who guides you through the whole process. I'm never hungry. In fact, I never feel like I'm sacrificing anything. Just living a totally normal life. That's my new normal. And now, in October, they're offering free consultations. So there's no reason not to call them and learn more. Call them at 844-346-1800, or you can visit awaken180.com. It really has changed my life, and I bet it'll change yours too. That's Awaken 180.
Julington Creek Pest Control has been serving our community since 1984. Our turf management program is an all-out blitz, granular fertilization, weed and insect control, keeping your lawn championship green all year. Quarterly pest control stops bugs before they ever cross your goal line. Family owned, locally operated, expert technicians, top quality products, no gimmicks, just winning results. Julington Creek Pest Control, our family serving yours since 1984.
Leonard Skinner is coming home, and they're bringing the Stars and Stripes. Celebrate Southern rock and American pride with Leonard Skinner Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. It's a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our armed forces.
Singing songs about the Southland.
Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Tickets on sale now, only at Ticketmaster. Daly'sPlace.com for details. Be there when Skinner rocks for those who serve.
As a contractor, finding reliable subcontractors is key to project success. Prosser here. Guys, that's where Lloyd's Heating and Air shines. Not just your mechanical HVAC experts, but your partner, understanding every facet of construction to keep your project on track. Lloyd's will spot issues early before they cause delays. If you're a contractor with a need for reliability, visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Game days aren't the only win happening in the 904. Best of Old City named 904 Gutters with a Z the #1 seamless gutter company in Duval. Like the team's O-line protects their QB. Call the winning team at 904 Gutters with a Z to protect your home from the rain.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
San Jose Collision is hiring for an automotive detailer and porter. If you're detail-oriented, dependable, and love working with cars, apply in person at San Jose Collision in Mandarin. Valid driver's license required.
The best value for golf in Jacksonville remains Cimarron, totally reestablished with new tee boxes, improved fairways and greens, also a brand new restaurant with indoor and outdoor settings, and live music. Join the Wild One loyalty program online at Cimarron Golf. When's the last time you played Cimarron? Cimarron Golf Club on 210, the Wild One.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on
David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
And they stay there, and they stay.
All right, get a little chair dancing on Victory Monday around these parts. The best dance that I can do is chair dancing for sure. Got a little bob along to it, man. That's all that it's about here. Jags get in the win column. Yeah, nobody's saying that they're not the walking wounded. Nobody's saying, I mean.
Today is the classic example of winning or losing paints how you feel about everything.
100%, Tony. If that game, if it comes down to Devon Hamilton doesn't bat that ball down and Tyler Lockett gets it in his hands in the back of the end zone, then it's all we're dwelling on is what could have been.
Yep.
What could have been. And guess what? That's what happens. It's a pass-fail league.
That's how sports are.
You win or you lose.
Yep.
And that's the way it is. And does it fix all the issues that you had? No. But it doesn't mean you have to repeat the issues. Now, they keep repeating certain issues, right?
They do.
The penalties.
And now issues are being added as they're going. Like, they're in a weird place right now. But they won.
And guess what? Houston? Who's their quarterback this week? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's C.J. Stroud. Maybe it's Davis Mills. I don't know. You already beat them once. You can bury the Texans this week. I mean, we're not going to focus on that today.
No.
Because we're going to celebrate the win.
And it was a great day for the Jaguars overall because everybody else.
The whole division.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indy came back, and you looked, all of a sudden, you're like, oh, I remember what Daniel Jones can do.
Oh,
he can turn it over four times
there's
in a game.
Daniel Jones.
That's the one we like, you know. And you get them two head-to-head. So, I mean, it's all still in front of you. And with a loss, though, you're sitting there going, well, you know, we're only in the 8th or 9th spot in the playoff picture. We're not that far behind. And no, got the W, and you had to have that one. And guess what? There are several others you have to get. You got to get the Jets game. You got to get those two Titans games right there. Maybe the Arizona game. I mean, get this one this week is a huge step in the right direction. I had them splitting with Houston before the season. Let's see what the quarterback situation looks like. It's amazing to me how Oz Hakim's tune has changed, and D'Amico Ryans feels like his guy took an unfair shot.
What?
Oh, what happened? I mean, it's crazy.
Well, to be fair, most of that commentary is the play wasn't flagged.
And it shouldn't have been.
Right. Like, that's what he was complaining about, which, you know, people are reacting to it because they are talking about it, and we all saw what happened last year.
Look, man, bias aside, and I'm plenty biased towards the Jags. There's no question about it. If you can't see that C.J. Stroud did a kind of stumbling fall into a slide way too late once the guy committed, and the guy hit him in the chest with his shoulder. His head happened to snap back and hit the ground.
He did.
That's a tough break for them. But
yes, it is.
On we go. All right, let's get into it. Reaction Monday. Love to hear from you. We'll begin with Alan in St. Mary's, Georgia. First up on the program this morning. Good morning, Alan.
Good morning. And what a great morning.
Absolutely. What's on your mind?
So I'm calling to give you guys credit because if you wouldn't have had those leftover shirts from last year, they probably wouldn't be winning. But now
it might be that. I don't know.
Them so much that they have to win.
It could be.
So you got to take some credit. Take credit.
Yeah, I don't know about any credit.
I like it. I'll take it.
Dave will take it.
He's throwing shirts away, and now he's taking credit for it.
Right?
Yeah, they felt terrible. They're like, David Garrard threw our shirt away, guys. His shirt away. His Victory Monday shirt away. We got to be better this year. We got a new head coach. We got our quarterback back. We got some players. We got to win. get that shirt.
I
back.
hope this thing gets worn out throughout the course of the season. I love some
See
ratty
some
little
stains
holes
on
in it.
there.
Yeah, some stains, all that good stuff. You always think like you're not going to spill all over yourself, and then that's
you
me.
do.
Maybe I'm just talking about me. I say you.
My
always.
coffee was ready to go in my lap this morning.
All right, Alan. Yes, I will take full credit then, according to David. So it's all on our account. I will say
You got
this.
to take credit when credit is due. Okay.
Here's the one thing I'll take credit for. It has no bearing on the outcome of the game. Is that I did find it interesting last week. I asked everybody we talked to all week, Max Crosby, Brock Bowers, who's going to blow up this game if one of them's going to blow up the game? And 100% said Max Crosby. And I'm like, have you watched the Jags ever try to cover a tight end? And the one guy who was doing a good job of that this year, Devin Lloyd, not going to play this week. I mean, Max Crosby had an impactful game, but Brock Bowers was on another planet. Without Brock Bowers, that's the thing. Think about this. This Raiders team, they got blown out last week. Yeah, they didn't have Bowers.
Yep.
Right? If they didn't have Bowers yesterday, Jags win this thing in a cakewalk. I mean, it wasn't even close. He was the one element they had no answer.
I watched the game and I still don't remember any of their other players besides Myers and Tyler Lockett. Only because I know Tyler.
and only because Tyler was just happened to be the target on the final play of the game.
That too, yeah.
Had no real impact in the game. McManus said it on Friday, Tony. Give Geno time. He can still pick you apart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He can throw the ball very well. Jags didn't get a lot of pressure and a lot of sacks, but they got a couple of key ones. And
we got a turnover.
We did get a turnover. And Dave, if they had officiated the end of the Cincinnati game correctly, where they called that PI on Travis Hunter, if they don't call that, every game the Jags have a turnover in, they've won this year. Every single one. So, I mean, that would be the case.
Yeah.
So
get turnovers.
And looking at the
turnovers are good.
The scorecard here, 20 of the 29 pass attempts went to the tight ends for the Raiders yesterday. And if you throw Genty in there, it's 25.
Oh my gosh.
It's crazy the numbers that we're talking about here.
So imagine if they were playing without Bowers and Myers the last several weeks. They are who they are. They're not a good team.
They're a team that runs through Brock Bowers.
And Dewey said in the postgame, he's like, and no offense to the Raiders, man, but that's a 2-5 team, you know? So, but you got to win. You had to get it. You can't lose those games.
We were good enough to not lose to that team.
You know who would have lost to that team?
Last
year's Jags, right?
Because we
watched them lose to that team.
Pretty much did. Yes. I mean,
we almost did last year.
On that day, with the set of circumstances, they would have found a way to make a few less plays, and that would have been it. All right, let's go to Mark in Mandarin next up here on Victory Monday. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Isn't it amazing when the Jaguars win, man, the butterflies are out, the sun is shining?
For me, you're 100% right, man. Changes
the
my
world
mood
is
entirely.
so much more. The world is so much better and more acceptable when the Jags win.
No doubt.
So, all right. So I don't want to sound like a whiner or a complainer. I want to start by saying, if you would have asked me before the season started, would I have been satisfied with 5-3? It would have been an emphatic yes. So I'm ecstatic with the win yesterday. Terrific win. So I want to start with that. I'm not calling just to whine, okay? But watching this offense, the stuff I see every single week are pre-snap penalties, getting the ball getting the play off with 1 second left on the play clock, having to burn timeouts because you can't get the play off. There'll be 5 seconds left on the play clock, and then someone will go in motion. So here's my question: I had this epiphany watching the game. My wife asked me, I'm yelling at the TV virtually every offensive play, and my wife asked me, who is to blame for that? And the only answer I could even muster was Trevor and Liam in some combination. So here's my question: is it possible that for this iteration of the Jaguars, for the 2025 Jaguars, that this offense may be a bit too complicated? I'm not saying it's a bad offense. What I'm saying is all the head-scratching, frustrating stuff that they keep doing every week, is it that they're learning a complicated offense? And I'll ask David Garrard, I mean, you're a pro quarterback. When the team is late breaking the huddle like that, and they just don't have enough time to run all the pre-snap stuff, who does that fall on? And I think that's my question. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Great question. Yeah, most of the time it's the coaching staff getting the play called to the quarterback. Now, the times when the quarterback makes it an issue is when he is trying to hear the play and he's got teammates talking to him and there's guys in his ear that you guys don't see that. So we're trying to listen to the play, but we also got somebody trying to talk to us, causing us to, hey, give me the play again. You guys will see the quarterback spin his hand saying, give it to me again. That's the universal, give it to me again. So there's a combination of those two. And I do think it is a new system for everybody. Even though Liam is in this system, has been in this system, he's got new players listening to him giving these calls. And yes, guys can be a little off. Usually the second year of a new system is when you're at your best. But I've never seen so many just errors and so many mistakes this late into the season on basic things, getting lined up. Now, snapping the ball at one, that's fine, as long as you're not doing it where it's a panic. Peyton Manning snapped the ball at 1 second every time because he wanted to make sure he knew what the defense was trying to run. But for us, it seems like it's a little bit more of a panic, and that's where snapping the ball at 1 second isn't helping anybody, because now everybody's running with a panicness in them as opposed to, oh, yeah, this is what we do. We can snap the ball at one. Every team can snap the ball at 1 second. That's not a problem. But making sure you're not doing it in a panic is where the issue comes in with us sometimes, because that's when guys start making mistakes.
Yeah, my guess is, and you obviously have the wealth of experience about this, is that it does come into play more on those timing issues in terms of getting in and out of the huddle, getting the play off. But the false starts and not being aligned, that has nothing to do. That's basic football. Like, you can't make these kind of mental errors that they keep making. So who is that on? I mean,
I wish I knew why there were so many mental errors, because now you got to go into, okay, what are guys doing on their off time? Are they at home studying when they should be because there's a few plays that not quite up to speed on? Or is it, maybe it is this guy's mind can't handle all those things, and so it causes some problems there. But that's where a coach has to realize, okay, I can't keep making these things so difficult for our guys, because every week we go out there, there's issue. That's why I don't think it's that. I think it's just guys making mental mistakes. They're not as dialed in for whatever reason on that play like they should be.
And we brought in Liam Cohen-Toney to improve this to modernize the offensive philosophy here. I don't want to dumbing it down here halfway through the season. I mean, there are some fits and starts and some growing pains, but I want to see them come up to that level rather than have that level be brought down to them.
Yeah, I think it has to be that way. I would be very disappointed if it didn't get worked out that way. It's like, if we're having issues with that kind of thing, then you guys need to figure it out, right? Like on the field, it's like, we're putting you in a position to be successful. How about you get in position so that we can allow you to be successful, so that the team can be successful in some of these moments? And yeah, they do come out of the huddle late. Like, those things happen too. And, Coach Cohen, he'll take his brunt of that. Like, when it's on him, he says it's on me. Like, I got to get better at doing that kind of thing. But the kind of issues they're having on the offense, I think, is a whole lot more on players not knowing where they're supposed to be than the coaches not putting them in a position to succeed, based at least on my perspective on it to this point this season.
All right, look, it's fair criticism, and I think I don't have any issue with anybody critiquing the mistakes, as long as you can feel good about the win, right? Like, if you're waking up today going, well, that's not going to be good enough against so-and-so, like, it was good enough this week, and maybe it won't, but maybe we won't play that way against Houston or whomever later on down the line. So, all right, 641-1010. If you're on the line, hang in there. We'll get to you coming out of the break on a Reaction Monday. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy. Well, cooler weather, it seems to have arrived. There's nothing like a warm breakfast sandwich on a chilly morning to get your day kicked off right. Man, Dandy's got your back. Who cannot wait to have me talk about their newest product, the Twin Pack Cinnamon Swirl and Country Sausage. Ready to go in under a minute. You hit that sweet first, then the salty kicks in. Trust me, they are addicting. It's a hearty portion, weighing in at 7 ounces. You're going to find them at your local daily store. So pop in, check them out. I usually don't talk about the great selection of dandy breakfast items as much as I do lunch, but once in a while, we got to mix it up, give some love to the most important meal of the day. So the next time you're out and about, stop into a Dailies and make yours a cinnamon swirl sausage for breakfast. I did. I love it. My wife loves it. You're going to love it as well. Do it today or tomorrow morning. Heck, every morning. I'm sure Dandy won't mind.
Jaguars Today.
For the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios at 1010XL.
It's time for the Plumbing 411 from Superior Plumbing and Pipeline. Clogged drains happen when grease, soap, hair, and debris build up over time. Even tree roots can invade your pipes. All this leads to the annoying water pooling in your sink or tub. Superior Plumbing and Pipeline has the tools and know-how to clear stubborn clogs and keep them from coming back. Don't ignore a slow drain. It could lead to bigger problems. Make the superior choice when your drains are clogged and learn more at superiorplumbingjacks.com.
Dreamfinders Homes, Monday.
On Jaguars Today.
Lucas Tree Service is a certified arborist and a local family-owned business with over 45 years of experience. They specialize in tree removal, trimming, and stump grinding for both residential and commercial properties. Get prepared for storm season and receive top-notch customer service from Lucas Tree Service, 904-241-3533. Online at lucastreeservice.com.
Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC is proud to be the #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville, earned by treating customers with courtesy, respect, and fairness. All part of Nimnick's Treating You Right guarantee. The most Buicks, GMCs, and Jacksonville's only Car Bravo dealer, nobody but Nimnick. For 3 generations, Nimnick has been the place customers keep coming back to. They treat you right, and they give a bunch back to the community. Visit NimnickBuickGMC.com today to learn more or visit their showroom off Phillips Highway. GMC, we are professional grade.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. When pests invade your home or business, you don't just need them out, you need them out fast. And you need to keep them out. At Terminix, they'll show up for you and eliminate pests quicker, just like they did at my house, because they care about what matters most to you. When pests show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with a pest problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com. That's right, Terminix it.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World, simply the best for less. And thank you for your business.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
David Garrard Monday is restored by
Resto Pros of Northeast Florida on 1010XL.
All right, I don't think there's a one-to-one correlation, but I do find it interesting that Trayvon Walker decided to go all Mike Tyson with about 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. And that was on the play where the Raiders kicked the field goal to go ahead 9-6. Okay, at that point, through roughly, let's say, 39 minutes of game time, they had managed 3 field goals. Trayvon goes out. The next 3 drives, they scored touchdowns on. Is that a coincidence? And now they had the one where they had the one play and they got sacked, and it was the end of regulation.
Well, a touchdown
so taking
and a field goal. They missed the extra point, didn't they? Yeah, the Bowers first touchdown, didn't they miss the extra point? That's how they got 6.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry. Touchdown and the field goal.
Yeah.
Right.
But
so
the
it was 9 to
scoring
6.
was 3 field goals. but
Yes. Right. But either way, it's 9 points on the board through over 2.5 quarters.
Yeah.
Trayvon goes out, and it's touchdown. You can't stop him. Now, I'm not saying Trayvon single-handedly, as he is playing single-handedly again, stopped it, but it just – I don't know. There seemed to be some correlation there. There's also correlation with, so many guys are just dropping like flies, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost Jordan Lewis early in that game. They got a problem at safety right now.
They do.
They have a big problem at safety. Antonio Johnson on that game-winning play by Devon Hamilton, he was covering Tyler Lockett, and he just kind of let him go like he thought he had help over the top. We're like, dude, the end zone's only 10 yards deep. Like, who do you think's lurking back there? And he kind of bit into the flat, and that route was covered, and Foye just kind of stood in the middle of the end zone like, I don't necessarily want to cover anybody on this one. And fortunately, Devon got his hands up, man.
Yes, thank you.
That would have been a bitter defeat. All right, what is your reaction? Robin on the south side next up to tell us. Robin, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. What's up?
Looks like last night Etienne was obviously Etienne got going pretty well, but it looks like he was making moves and making decisions that maybe we didn't see in past games. Question to you is, do you think he's improved, or is it just the O-line letting him play his game? Thanks.
All right, it's a fair question.
Yeah.
I think he's running. Yesterday he ran very aggressively.
He did.
Dance.
But I think they gave him space to be able to do that, too.
Okay.
There was definitely guys getting in the backfield, but other guys were getting a good push, too. So guys weren't all on the same level making a wall. So he could miss this guy, get upfield, turn. That's why I said he was weaving his way through a lot of the holes. But he just ran hard. He ran angry. He didn't care. He knew the game was – a lot of it was on his shoulders, and he wanted to stand up and rise to the occasion.
Yeah. Tony seemed like he'd made up his mind he was not going to go down in first contact. Now, I'm not saying he was never tackled on first contact, but he broke a lot of tackles yesterday.
I think he had 9. I think I saw the number was at with Etienne as far as broken tackles yesterday. He had a lot of that kind of thing going on. It's just been a long time since we've seen it from him. Like the last couple of years, it's been like, is he ever going to break a tackle again? Like, he was leading the league in those kind of categories not that long ago, right? Like in 22, he was special in that kind of category. In the last couple of years, it's been like, where'd that go? Like last year was scary bad.
Yeah.
He wasn't breaking any kind of tackles, but it does seem to be back for whatever myriad of reasons. It seems to be back as part of his game. And I do, we look at it from a Jaguars perspective, watching that game going, well, it's going to Brock Bowers. Just stop letting that happen. And from a Raiders perspective, it's like at some point in that game, they're going to hand it off. Every play from here on out, like you just had that sense of it. They're never going to throw again. There was a period in that game where it felt that way, especially in overtime. What did the Raiders do to stop it? Nothing. Like that one thing was killing them. They couldn't stop it.
Like they were running down their throat. They put 8 consecutive plays to end their offensive possession that ended up in the end zone. And they went 32 yards, so they averaged 4 yards a carry on those plays. So some were bigger than others, but I'm with. Once he hit that play to Parker Washington and got the first down, Trevor, then it was like, we're not going to risk it. We got 3 at a minimum here. We're just going to keep driving it down your throat. And
they realized, hey, we can run the ball. Let's stick with it, because a lot of times we get behind and we can't. We have to start throwing it. We have to start pushing the ball down the field because we're now running behind. We've been so discombobulated most of the game, and now we've got to throw it, and we're not going to be able to run it. So sorry, Travis Etienne, but maybe the next game.
Tougher sledding next week, but that's next week. I mean, look, Houston's defense played their butts off yesterday. To lose their quarterback and have Davis Mills in there and really lead most of that game against Denver was pretty impressive by that defense. But we'll worry about them next Sunday. Steve in Melbourne, next up here on Jaguars Today. Happy Victory Monday, Steve.
Yes, how are you guys doing today?
Doing quite well.
I have come to grips that Trevor Lawrence is Brett Favre. He's going to give you those plays where you're like, oh, man, that was a great throw, awesome throw, great touchdown throw. But he's also going to give you those plays where you're just like, what did you see? What are you doing? Why make that decision? Come to grips with that. Dave, it was great to see some old school football, extra linemen. I mean, mind you, we were down to one tight end yesterday at some point, but just some old school running the football. If you were to tell me in the beginning of the season that this defense can't function without Devin Lloyd, I would have said you were crazy. But here we are right now. Thank you to D-Ham for getting that big bear paw up and knocking that ball down. I was praying to God there, the football gods, to help me out there. And congrats to Josh Allen for tying the record with Tony Bracken. Those are my thoughts.
All right, appreciate it, man. I will say this. I wish that Trevor were Brett Favre.
I'm not
like,
going to
come on
compare
now.
him to Favre.
I mean, yes, Favre did have some bonehead plays in his career.
I know there's the story of Mike Holmgren coaching him at one point. He threw a ball, an interception for the second time that game into like triple coverage, and he's coming to the sideline, and Holmgren's like, "What did you see? What could you have possibly seen?" And Brett Favre just looks at him and he goes, "They cover 3'd me, coach." And he's like, "Get on the bench." Like, he's just so mad.
In Brett Favre's age 26 season, he led the league in yards passing and touchdown passes. First of 3 consecutive years he led in touchdown passes. He's a 3-time MVP. I mean, I get what you're going for
Can
there.
we get the playmaker with the frustrating
right.
plays?
If Trevor were throwing 4 touchdowns and he had that interception and that was a typical, you'd be like,
See, that was the difference with Favre. Favre would make some very bad interceptions, but he also have 3 or 4 touchdowns to go along with it. He always bounced back. You never ever thought, oh, he's in the tank right now. No, he's just doing what he does.
Did you watch Sunday Night Football?
Not really.
All right, Darnold got picked off. Or is anyone going to mention it today? No, because he was like perfect in the first half. He had 4 touchdowns, and who cares? You're gonna have a turnover every now and then. All right, Steve, appreciate the call. Quick timeout. We'll get back to your reactions on a Victory Monday straight ahead on Jaguars Today here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars
Today.
From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL. Get the goods on Gainesville 24/7. Search 1010XL Gators on YouTube.
Hey folks, Frank Frangie here for Lee & Kate's Glass. Now with the holidays coming, it's time to update that dated-looking bathroom setup and give yourself the gift of a gorgeous new frameless shower with big, sexy glass you spend every morning and night in that bathroom. A new shower enclosure from Lee & Kate's Glass will look fantastic and make your bathroom feel like a luxurious spa. You'll love it. You deserve it. Request a free in-home consultation. Visit leeandkatesglass.com.
You're gonna see a big difference.
Jaguars Today Monday is built by Dream Finders Homes.
Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Introducing the Jag Stack at Firehouse Subs. So bold, it's named after the home team. Stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, roast beef, provolone, fresh veggies, and the new Duval drizzle sauce. For a limited time at your local Firehouse Subs, there's only one hottest sub in Duval.
He's one of the greatest Gators in school history.
Who are you? Who's he?
Chris Doring brings the heat to the drill with Dan and Jeff. Tuesday mornings at 7:20 on 1010XL. Protected by the personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah.
Committed to the mission. At Navy Mutual, we're committed to providing high-quality life insurance to members of the military and their families. Because at Navy Mutual, our highest commitment is to you. Visit NavyMutual.org.
This Veterans Day, Navy Mutual would like to salute Bobby Jones as our hero in sports. Jones is known as one of the greatest golfers in history and is perhaps best known for winning all 4 major tournaments in 1930.
Now the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
This Jacksonville group went for broke while in Vegas, and the chips would fall in their favor. While in overtime, Trevor Lawrence would find the end zone for a 1-yard score, giving the squad a 30-23 lead in the extra period. The Lawrence score is your Performance Painting Play of the Game.
Hi folks, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $3,600 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
How do you know that your roof is ready for the next big storm? You don't. That's why you need to call me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We'll assess your roof and fix those issues before they become storm disasters. Visit BrandonRoofing.com today to schedule your free roofing quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
Hey friends, Frank Frangie here. You know me. I don't mess around when it comes to taking care of business. Well, if your plumbing or AC company is giving you excuses, it's time to make a trade. Call the pros at Duck Duck Rooter. They're the trusted partner for some of the biggest commercial names in Northeast Florida. Their office team keeps billing smooth, and their field techs show up ready to fix the problem, fast and right. Bring in the starters with Duck Duck Rooter, a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Call 904-862-6769. 904-862-6769. Tell them Frank sent you.
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner, but you can extend your swim season with Surfside Pools. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% off new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. Keep the good times rolling, no matter the season. Upgrade your pool heating system now for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepools.net.
License number CPC 044080.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. He's our QB. It's a David Garrard Monday on 1010XL, restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, a lot to celebrate, a lot to get corrected. That'll happen, hopefully, or not. You will find out. They got to play better, but they might. And they played well enough yesterday to come out 1 point ahead. 1 point ahead's like winning by 28, Tony. It's all the same.
On the record,
no AP voter to tell me that win is not as good as anybody else's win.
No doubt, yeah.
Yesterday. It's an AFC victory. Man, I tell you, though, it's top heavy in the AFC. Even though there's no one dominant team, right? You still got.
There's a lot of them, though.
There are a lot of pretty good teams, right? And in Buffalo and New England are not slowing down. You're going to have to stay even with Kansas City. You got the head-to-head tiebreaker, because you got the Chargers and Denver, and you get a crack at these teams coming up. But let's hope that Baltimore doesn't make some big resurgent run and only one team coming out of the AFC North. But the path is definitely there.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Like going into Thursday Night Football before Baltimore even played that game against Miami, like Baltimore had like a 51% chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they're the
division. They're the betting favorite to win the playoffs.
Two wins.
It's still crazy where that kind of thing is, and they are, 2 games now behind the Jaguars in the standings. The Jags have the half-game lead right now over Kansas City, but they got the head-to-head, and that's the 7-8 right now. Like, that's the last wild card spot in the AFC right now is the Jags with a half-game lead over Kansas City is where that's at. And then you got a chance to really hurt Houston's chance to get anything done in 2025 with the game this week, but that's, again...
That'd be great. You win that game, and those two teams that are most immediately behind you at the moment, Kansas City and Houston,
you got all the
you got it over them.
Yeah.
Head-to-head sweep. So, all right, let's get back out to the lines here. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves with the but
we can do that.
You can when you're 5-3 as opposed to 4-4 in a 3-game losing
the playoff
streak,
implications are real.
There are implications, and they're in position right now. Got to continue to stack some victories. Let's get Robert in Fleming Island next up. Robert, good morning.
Hey, good morning. I just wanted to shout out to Devon Hamilton. Also, all the adversity, I felt Trevor Lawrence played really well, especially the second half. And Parker Washington really stepped up to the plate. I'll just take my comments off the air, but
all right, man. No, yeah, you're good. Look, Trevor, Trevor's a mixed bag, and he's going to be. And you can't wipe out the interception, but I agree with the exception of that. I thought he played pretty well under all the circumstances. When you consider, you lose Travis Hunter, so you got to change your game plan on like Friday. Dave, which is not easy to do.
Nope.
You lose De'Ami Brown in the game. You lose BTJ in the game. At one point, Parker got nicked up, but he came back in. Parker Washington was targeted 9 times, caught 8 for 90 yards, and looks like the go-to guy. He's the most reliable guy the Jags have. He has a knack for getting open. Somebody yesterday I heard compared him to Christian Kirk. That's fine. Compare him to whoever you like.
Yeah.
He compared him to a guy with reliable hands.
Yeah. Like we talked about him filling in that role if they needed him to. We talked about whether or not he'd be active for the last couple of years, and it was like, well, is Christian Kirk active that week? Right? Like that kind of determined whether or not Parker was even going to be up for the games because he does more directly fill that kind of role. It's this year he's being asked to play more outside than he has in the last couple of years of his career, right? So he's being asked to, more is being put on his plate. And yesterday, a lot of that's by necessity, right? Like Hunter's out, Brian Thomas Jr. gets hurt, De'Ami Brown gets hurt. Like the guys they're having to throw out there on the field, Tim Jones, Austin Trammell, right? These are guys that got targets in this game yesterday for the Jacksonville Jaguars. They still found a way, and good on Parker for playing at the level that he did.
Hey, by the way, hurry back, Tim Patrick. We could use you. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we can use everybody. One more game without Brenton Strange at a minimum, and let's hope that he is back for Week 11.
Chargers
that would
game,
be,
yeah.
that would be fantastic.
Well, in the beginning, you guys heard me talk about Travis Etienne. I could have easily said Parker Washington. Parker Washington actually would have been 9 for 9 if that one ball wasn't behind him slightly. And he even caught a couple balls that were behind him. So he'll give you a great chance. He'll make plays for you. And I remember when we did have the receiver that we were just saying earlier that he reminds us of and plays just like him. Christian Kirk. I remember saying he's actually even more dynamic when he gets the ball in his hands than Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk is a little more polished as a receiver, if you will. But now I feel like Parker Washington is really coming into his own. So he might be the guy until Travis Hunter gets back that we start to target more. Him and De'Ami looks like is going to be one of those guys if De'Ami's okay. So great on Parker Washington. Keep doing what you do, man, because he's a baller. He can play.
All right, let's get Philip in Arlington before the next break. Philip, you're on Jaguars Today. Go ahead.
Top of the morning, boys. I don't think you guys get enough compliments. You're here 5 days a week. You put on a good show. You don't use profanity. It seems like everybody gets on the air to get a Victory Monday shirt, especially if their first name starts with T-H. Trevor, please stop throwing picks in the end zone. And I pissed my neighbors off, all of them. Okay, what's my...
All right, thanks, Philip. Stop that. Philip noted Trevor Lawrence lover, who always calls in with high praise for him. Yeah, we'd all like him to stop throwing picks in the end zone. You know what I thought interesting yesterday? Because remember all the hospital bowl discussion with Trevor Lawrence this year? You see the one Mahomes threw behind Kelsey in the end zone? If Kelsey doesn't have like 6 broken ribs today, I don't know how. Like, he's got to have a titanium
Could have had a
chest.
concussion. Like, the way his head snapped, but getting hit in the chest, like, it was a shot.
You know why that was? Oh, Mahomes is under duress yesterday. He didn't have a clean pocket to sit back there and do all these things. Like, everybody has flaws. I'm not saying Trevor is – clearly he's not on Mahomes' level.
Yeah.
Right? But he is who he is. And, yes, I'd like him to stop throwing end zone interceptions, okay? It probably has not thrown his last end zone interception, is my guess.
Unfortunately.
Right? I mean, if you are waiting for the perfect quarterback, you're going to be disappointed.
It's part of the ride. Yeah.
He's here. He's your guy. Let's hope that he plays well enough on a weekly basis to win a football game. And make some incremental improvement along the way that we get some of this out. But I don't know if he's ever going to get to that stage. Maybe he will. I mean, again, Darnold threw a pick last night. It wasn't a horrendous pick. But, like, Darnold looks like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Okay? At this stage, at Trevor's career, Darnold had been knocked around to a bunch of teams and was a journeyman.
Yeah.
Cast off, basically. And then it all clicked under Kevin O'Connell last year, and he's carried that over. Is that going to happen with Trevor? I don't know. Probably not. But
we can hope.
We can hope, and we can hope for improvement as well. All right, come back hour 2 straight ahead on a Victory Monday. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today. You're at the home of the Jaguars in the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Door Studios. Superior products, exceptional service. Playmakers make special plays.
That right there, that's special.
Special plays make the special teams player of the game.
Winning football players who can step up in a clutch moment.
After the game, pump up the Superior Plumbing Special Teams player of the game on 1010XL.
Hey, First Coast, it's your boy Leon Searcy, your lemon pepper guy. Back and better than ever for Wingstop. You know I can't resist those crisp, flavorful wings that make your taste buds dance. Wingstop just opened a hot new spot on Jeremiah Street in Middleborough. There's 17 locations now serving up the most mouth-watering wings in town. And my all-time favorite, lemon pepper. Try their new quick and easy ordering on the app and swing by today for fresh, hot wings made for you. Only at Wingstop.
Dream Finders Homes Monday on Jaguars Today.
Have you got concrete or asphalt rubble piling up? Arcosa Crushed Concrete will pay you for it and recycle it. They're just minutes from Everbank Stadium on Talleyrand. Call Arcosa Crushed Concrete and get paid for what you don't need. ArcosaCrushedConcrete.com.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece. Premium flooring. Take our advice. Home of business. Affordable price. Driveways, pool decks, garage doors, beautiful patios, and more to explore. Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, this is Dave Barker with IHRS. Are you frustrated with those trendy pills, drops, and lotions that claim to make your hair thicker and fuller? Are you taking weight loss drugs or medication that's making your hair fall out? Whether you're frustrated with results from treatments that just don't work, or you no longer have the fuller, thicker hair that you once had, there's a better way. Our hair restoration solutions have helped literally over 10,000 men and women restore their hair in as little as 2 office visits.
Ready to grow your hair back and have permanent, natural, and guaranteed results? For your confidential consultation, call 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or go to hairforme.com. That's hairforme.
I'm Amber Frangie. Can you believe I've lost 70 pounds in less than 4 months? With Awaken 180, there's no medication, no shots, and no side effects. Call them at 844-346-1800. That's Awaken 180.
Hey, this is Lauren Brooks. With over 1,700 five-star Google reviews, it was a no-brainer to have Closets by Design help us get organized at home. They create custom storage for every space, lifestyle, and budget. From closets to garages to laundry rooms and more. Closets by Design will transform clutter into seamless organization. Call today to schedule your free in-home consultation before the holidays and get 40% off plus an extra 15% off with free installation. 18-month financing is available. Call 878-9393 or visit closetsbydesign.com.
Jacksonville's building a fence along the goal line. This is the Superior Fence and Rail Defensive Player of the Game. Superior Fence and Rail, where quality matters.
Boye Aluakin showed heart while in Sin City. The Jacksonville linebacker tallied 11 tackles on Sunday, with 5 being solo, and would also add in a tackle for loss. Number 23 flew like an eagle on defense, and he's your Superior Fence and Rail's defensive player of the game.
You waited forever for your new fence. Then, strangers show up. Subcontractors rushing the job. Sent by the company you trusted. Frustrating, right? Superior Fence and Rail promises better. Their professionally trained builders deliver quality you can trust. No subcontractors, no shortcuts. Just the superior craftsmanship your home deserves.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Home
is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
This is your local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by YMCA of Florida's First Coast. Jacksonville Jaguars kicker Cam Little makes history with a 68-yard field goal to close out the first half in the Jaguars' win against the Las Vegas Raiders, setting the record for the longest field goal in NFL history. Little broke the mark originally set by former Baltimore Ravens kicker Justin Tucker. Right now, 70 degrees at 11:03. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, trade deadline tomorrow. Jags probably could use some reinforcements. Will they get them? Guess we'll find out by 4 o'clock. More on that coming up. Robert in Fleming Island next up on this celebratory Victory Monday. Robert, good morning. Robert? All right, Robert. Robert is disappointed. Our man Dylan Denmark.
That's a shame,
ready
Bobby.
to go.
Now he's Bobby. I was going to say that. He's Bobby now.
I will try to raise your spirits now, Dylan, with a 10-10 take.
10-10
take.
Now, Mike Dempsey's 10-10 take. Brightened up by First Coast Paint. Simply superior paint.
Man, I don't know if the Jags are going to add anything. If I'm coming down on the side of yes or no, I'm going to say yes, because James Gladstone has been aggressive. I think the word has been out, at least the national reporting, that they're looking for defensive tackle help, but I don't know where that ranks right now in terms of their priority. The Jags have been solid against the run. I thought they were solid against the run yesterday as well. Do they need more pass rush push? Yes, but how many of those pocket pushes are available and at what cost? Quinnen Williams, the Jets are said to want more than a first rounder. Well, we don't even have a first rounder next year. I don't think you're going to get that level of impact player. Guys, I think right now, for me, my position of the most desperate need might be safety on this football team. You know, Caleb Ransaw was drafted to probably by this time have taken over as your free safety back-end protector. You just lost Eric Murray this week for at least a month. Don't know the extent of it. Dewey's struggling in coverage right now. He's not a great coverage linebacker. Antonio Johnson got lost on that 2-point play, but fortunately got bailed out. The Jags are awfully thin at safety, Dave. For you look at wide receiver, you look at safety, maybe even corner because you lose Hunter and we don't know what Jordan Lewis. What among those positions, what's the easiest one, do you think, for a player to join a new team and step in and contribute without being overwhelmed mentally?
Probably safety.
You think so?
That would be my guess. And because I think we need some. I think we need one because I do think they're targeting Dewey out there, and he's not holding up his end of the bargain. He is getting targeted, and even when he's not, they're still finding him and still making plays on him. So that is a concern. Receiver is a concern for me too, because we're now getting into the area of not having very many dynamic guys that we can truly count on. And that's unfortunate because BTJ is one of those receivers we should be counting on. So those are my two spots where I think they need to find somebody to add to either both of them or just one of them.
As a quarterback, how tough is that if you bring in a guy you've never worked with before to get up to speed in season when you're game planning? This isn't like, hey, we're just going to run a bunch of reps and OTAs and over again. You're putting in specific plays for the game plan. How quickly can you assimilate that guy into your offense?
Well, you can assimilate him pretty quickly as long as you're not trying to give him the full offense. You know, we're going to start off with giving you kind of spot things just like they did Travis Hunter when he was starting the season out. Like, give him certain plays that he knows and knows easily so he can go out there and rep those. And then you kind of pull him off and say, all right, we're going to go back out here with this play, So be ready because this is what you're running on this play. This is where you're lining up. All those kind of things. They'll get that done during practice time for those few limited plays in the first week, maybe even in the second week. By the third week, he should be pretty good with most of the plays.
If you go into the Houston game, right, we know Brenton Strange won't be back yet, right? But let's say the tight ends they currently have will be healthy. It'd be great if Hunter Long had caught that ball down around the 5, but whatever. They converted that, and Trevor ran in for a touchdown on that drive. But maybe you have a less than 100% Brian Thomas. Let's presume Diami needs a week because he went in the concussion protocol.
Lord have mercy. Who's out there?
Well, that's what I'm asking, right? Like maybe Tim Patrick comes back. Maybe you got Austin Trammell. I mean, you would have Austin Trammell as an option. So obviously, you're going to want to run the ball against Houston, but can you put together one of those kind of funky passing games? It's like when they played the Rams and Puka wasn't there. Felt like the Rams came out and were like, let's go deep in the tight end roster here and let's spread it out to all these different guys that, it doesn't have to be chunk plays down the field. It's 5 yards here, it's 7 yards there. Can they put together an effective winning game plan when they're shorthanded like that?
I think so, because the guys that you're going to have out there are guys that do well with the ball in their hands. Trammell, all those guys, they do well with the ball in their hands. Parker Washington. So you may be using them as extensions of your run game because, like we said, we might need to run the ball a little bit more. So let's do wide receiver screens, little quick throws out to the receivers, like really go back to more basics of the basics. So if it's boots, if it's keepers, nakeds, whatever it is, things that guys have been running their whole lives. Let's not come out with our fancier stuff unless we have a group of guys out here who've been here the whole time and know how to run it, because we already are off at times in games with our starters. So let's not have our third and fourth string guys come out here. They're also having to think, because now it's their first time out here really doing it. Their nerves are going to be there, a lot of different things if they're thinking too much. So let's try to keep them away from that. Use your main guys that are healthy in those situations. But your other guys, let's just try to get the ball in their hands and let them work.
Jacoby Myers, who we played against yesterday, is a guy that many have mentioned is potentially
a good one.
Being available. Do you like that fit for this team?
Yeah, because I think he fits wherever he goes, because he's just a hardworking, I do my job, I block well, I catch well. I'm not real dynamic at a bunch of things, but I'm solid at everything kind of guy. That's who he is, and he's a guy that you can count on. I've never seen him go through situations where he's been somebody dropping balls or having turnovers or anything like that, or a diva in any kind of way. He's just a guy that goes to work. You can count on him every time, wherever he is.
Yeah, I watched him yesterday, Tone, with an eye towards let's see what happens, because if the Raiders lose, maybe they're more inclined to be sellers. He wants out as well. And I'm not saying I'm looking to give him a long contract extension, but if we can do a reasonable kind of pick swap at the tail end of the draft, the thing that stood out to me, he took some shots when he caught the ball yesterday. Now, these weren't like going across the middle, like you got to worry somebody's going to take your head off, but like very sure-handed. Like he caught it, guys were popping him, and, he just absorbed the blow and move on to the next play. And we could use a little of that.
Yeah, I think they could, especially with how thin everything feels like it is. Right now in that room specifically, it feels like they could use a little bit of that. I was trying to find a list of maybe what the safety market would be, right? Like if you were going to go out and make a trade for somebody, the name at the top of a bunch of those lists is Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Who has apparently struggled this year.
There is a thought, the reason his name gets put out there is because apparently there's a thought that Miami would cut him, right, this offseason. That's how not great it's been this year, because he was part of what they got back in the Jalen Ramsey trade. Minkah came back the other way in that deal. He still has one more year under contract of the 4-year deal that he signed a couple years ago. I was just looking at it. But so that's the top of the list. The other names that I could find, Jason Pinnock, who started for San Francisco at the beginning of the year, but they got somebody back healthy. He's been put back on the bench. There for the 49ers, Rayshon Jenkins, who's been a part-time player for the Browns this year, and I saw a couple of Titans names on there, Quandre Diggs and Xavier Woods. Right, so it's kind of a weird safety
Xavier Woods
market.
is hurt right now.
Yeah,
and that's I love Rayshawn because he was part of a good run for the Jacksonville Jaguars, an exciting run where he made big plays. But to me, he's a strong, and
they need a free safety.
We need a free safety eraser at the back of the defense. Not easy to come by necessarily. No. All right, so we'll take a time out here. More of your reaction welcome at 641-1010 on the Checkmate Coatings phone lines. When we come back, Tony Smith will take us around the rest of the NFL. They didn't all win yesterday, but we did. Victory Monday. This is Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today. From the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
And he's not moving. That was a heck of a hit.
Good health is an important part of a successful program.
A guy who was number 5 on our depth chart is now our starting wideout.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update. Jacksonville on 1010XL.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Jaguars Today. You're settled into a Dream Finders Homes Monday.
Leonard Skinnard is coming home, and they're bringing the Stars and Stripes. Celebrate Southern rock and American pride with Leonard Skinnard Rocks the Red, White, and Blue. It's a special night to support St. Michael's soldiers and the brave men and women of our armed forces.
Singing songs about Southland.
Saturday, November 8th at Daly's Place. Tickets on sale now, only at Ticketmaster. DailysPlace.com for details. Be there when Skinnard rocks for those who serve.
It's hard to tame a hurricane.
Let's not get hysterical here, okay? Calm down.
Find out what you need to know about the Canes on the Performance Painting Hurricane Report.
Your source for weekly Canes news and nuggets
on 1010XL.
Game days aren't the only win happening in the 904. Best of Bold City named 904 Gutters with a Z the #1 seamless gutter company in Duval. Like the team's O-line protects their QB. Call the winning team at 904 Gutters with a Z to protect your home from the rain.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
Have you ever dreamed of owning a handcrafted cabin tucked into a 1,000-acre regenerative farm? Well, now you can. This is Frank Frangie for the farm in Okefenokee, just an hour north of Jacksonville in Folkston. With only 250 cabins at full build-out, it's a rare chance to live off-grid, but not alone, in a community grounded in nature, food, and purpose. The amenities include a 2,300-acre hunting lease. Learn more at okefarm.com. That's okefarm.com.
Your party's missing something.
Bold flavor.
Let Flame Broiler cater your next event and turn hungry guests into happy fans. Visit any of 5 Jacksonville locations or call Flame Broiler at 904-619-2786.
Rick Ballou for Coy Dental. That's right, Carlson Dental is now Coy Dental. Dr. Lee has been practicing there for 9 years, has purchased the company. The Coy Dental team still has the same great dentists and staff. And remember, if you get nervous visiting a dentist, don't. There's never a problem at Coy Dental with light sedation for cleaning and deep sedation for all your restorative needs. Coy Dental, located in Bartram Park.
This is Jeff Middlecoff with Cogent Bank. My associate Ryan Salem and I joined Cogent Bank because we wanted to revolutionize the mortgage business, just like Cogent Bank has revolutionized the banking business. So Ryan Salem and I are able to leverage the power and stability of Cogent Bank to go out and find our clients the best investors, the best products, and the best rates in the entire country for your particular mortgage loan. Of course, you don't have to be a customer at Cogent Bank to take advantage of our mortgage services to buy or refinance your home. We offer jumbo loans, VA, FHA, conventional, and investment loans. At Cogent Bank, we offer mortgages nationwide, so we can help you with a second home or help a family member who lives or is moving to another state. Call Ryan Salem or myself, Jeff Middlecoff, at Cogent Bank today, 904-442-9191, to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage loan needs, whatever or wherever they may be.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, Cogent Bank, NMLS ID 402296, Ryan Salem, NMLS ID 1182429, Jeff Middlecoff, NMLS ID 249086.
Cool air and clean air. Getting out from under that Florida sun and cooling off inside is where Florida Home AC shines. Think about it. You spend a lot of time indoors, and air quality is crucial to your health and comfort. Pollutants like dust, pollen, germs, and allergens can build up, affecting your well-being. Florida Home is dedicated to enhancing your indoor experience with superior air quality solutions like whole home air purification systems. Find out by logging on to FloridaHomeAC.com or call 877-4300.
1010XL, presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. David Garrard Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, DG in the house on a victory Monday for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Mike Dempsey, Tony Smithville in Denmark. Tony Smith right now is going to take us around the rest of the NFL.
Now, Gems Around the NFL, brought to you by Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jax Beach.
Houston quarterback C.J. Stroud left their game yesterday with a concussion. He was unable to return. Still no word on whether that will affect his availability for this week or not, but I'm sure we'll get an update on that today, potentially. Washington quarterback Jaden Daniels suffered a pretty ugly-looking dislocated elbow in the fourth quarter of the Commanders' blowout loss against Seattle last night. He will be undergoing an MRI today. The word out originally is that it's not going to be season-ending, but we'll see there with Jaden Daniels. Green Bay tight end Tucker Kraft will be undergoing an MRI today to confirm, but it is feared that he suffered a torn ACL. Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua left their game with a chest injury. Head coach Sean McVay said that he could have returned to the game, but they chose not to given the game situation. Puka is expected to be fine going forward. Philadelphia is trading a third-round pick to Miami for edge rusher Jalen Phillips. The Eagles also traded a sixth-round pick to the Ravens for corner Jair Alexander and a seventh over the weekend.
Yes, they did, as a matter of fact. Dave, curious your thoughts on this. And I know you didn't watch the whole game last night, but Seattle is up 38-7. Now, Jaden Daniels hasn't played in a couple weeks, right? So, they're trying to get him back into rhythm. He's in a blowout late. You know he's competitive. And they were debating this on the air last night. I don't know what the right answer is. He gets hurt. So when he gets hurt, everyone immediately goes, oh, he shouldn't have been in there in a blowout. But if you pull him and nothing happened, then you're like, well, why are you wasting valuable reps? Even though this game's over with, what is your take? I mean, based on him coming off of injury, those circumstances in a blowout pretty late in the fourth quarter, should he have been in that football game?
Yeah, generally, they're going to keep their guy out there. In a blowout, if you're struggling, then they would normally pull you because they don't want you to get hurt late in this game, that kind of stuff. But if it really hasn't been your fault, you haven't really played much the last couple of weeks, we need to continue to get you more reps. They've historically normally kept the quarterback out there because there's been plenty of times where I'm like, y'all are blowing this team out. Why is your quarterback still out here playing? But they're going to. Quarterbacks also want to continue to play because they like playing. They like adding to their stats. They like all those things. They like being the guy out there on the field. They don't want to just be watching. So before his injury, I'm sure you could have asked him, hey, do you want to come out of the game? He would have been like, no.
Of course not.
I want to go play.
Right.
So it's football. Whether he got hurt then or he got hurt at the start of the next game, it's football. And yes, you can say we can pull him out so that he doesn't get injured in this game, but you just never know when it's going to happen. So normally they're going to play their quarterback unless he's getting beat up. Now, if you're getting beat up, that's a different story out there. If they're teeing off on you.
He was sacked 4 times in the game. He wasn't, the offense really was going through fits and starts. He had a rushing touchdown, but he hadn't thrown any touchdowns.
Well, they're trying to get some rhythm going. I mean, they're already getting blown out, so they're like, hey, let's just.
But they lost. Luke McCaffrey had, I think, like a broken collarbone last night, right?
So they were adding up some injuries.
Terry McLaurin wasn't playing. He was already, so.
That's when you start to think, okay, I don't need to leave my main guy out there because he's not even playing with his full deck of cards out there. So let's just get him off the field, keep him healthy, and get him ready for the rest of the season, for the game coming up next week. But that's a judgment call, and you can't get on them because normally they stay out there.
Yeah.
So it just is what it is.
It's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
It's just bad luck.
Like looking at the box score, 4 sacks, 7 quarterback hits in the game, and he had 10 rushing attempts. So Jaden was getting.
And you can't tell Jaden stay in the pocket and get ready, because that's not how he plays. You either gonna let him play or not. It was unfortunate that he got hurt. By the way, I looked it up in the game book. Your guy Mercedes did get in yesterday.
Oh, he did.
He
nice.
did get in the game. He was active. Was elevated to the active roster in Denver because he got signed to the practice squad. And we're just kicking around the idea that, hey, they put him back down to the practice squad.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Well, if they do, because a lot of times you have 3 elevations, right, where you can take a guy and bring him up, take a guy, bring him up, and then finally you got to sign him to the active roster.
I think I saw he got 6 snaps on offense.
Okay. He didn't have a stat, but he was in the game. So Jags need a little physicality. Tight end, come on home, Mercedes. All right.
Come on home.
Let's get Regina up next here on a Victory Monday and a hearty Duval to you. There you go, Regina. How you doing?
Yeah, I was down in the dumps last Friday, just like you guys were with Travis Hunter being out.
Oh yeah.
But and I wanted to bring this up. The caller that said, that it's too complicated of an offense. But I don't know. Remember, Shad Khan said it's too predictable of an offense.
Good point.
You can't have it both ways. To me, that's non sequitur. You've got to complicate it a little more because that was one of the criticisms. So I want to give a shout out to Liam Cohen. I think he did a great job playing calls. And yes, we have the Jaguars but they won. They found a way to win. And so my comment is you can't have it both ways. And, we'll see what happens with all the injuries. But, again, the coaching staff elevated those people, the young dudes, to play well. They got the job done. And go Jags.
Go Jags indeed.
Jags.
Thank you, Regina.
Welcome back, Regina.
Yeah.
When she called us last Monday, Dave, we even had it's like, I think we've lost her.
I know.
She was so gone.
Regina, we love you. It was, the news on Travis Hunter was potentially devastating. Then you found out over the course of the weekend that the reporting is the ACL was intact, and that's your fear, right?
Yeah.
You think, oh, man, you hear non-contact knee injury. Tony and I were saying if it was anyone else in the league, we'd say he probably blew out his ACL. We didn't want to speak those words into existence, right? And then you find out that they're like,
I never heard what came about.
They haven't said the specifics except that Schefter, I think, was the first report that the ACL was intact, and other Jaguar reporters then
all the news over the weekend was like it does feel like it could be a whole lot closer to just the 4-week absence than the rest of the season. But again, nothing is certain. Coach is speaking at 4:00 today. He should have whatever the latest medical update is on Travis Hunter.
Right.
And obviously we're looking to see what's happening with Brian today too, with whatever's going on with his ankle. Yeah, there's a lot up in the air right now in the wide receiver room.
When it rains, it pours, man, right? The Jags early on in the season had been one of the healthier teams
super lucky
in the league, and that's a big part of it, right? It is a war of attrition. You lose the wrong key player on any team.
Well, and I think it was fun watching. Look, we saw what Liam Cohen did last year as the offensive coordinator with Tampa, right? When they would have their receivers going down, right? And there was one game where they lost Mike Evans and Godwin, right, in the same game. And he figured out, what else can we do to try to win today? It was just about how do we win today? And yesterday during that game, with all that was going on in the wide receiver room, he said, we don't have tight ends left. Put offensive linemen in there as tight ends. We're running the ball. He just got to a point in the game where it's like, this is our chance to win. We're going to run it. They don't seem to be handling it well. So he just went with that direct. I was glad to see that element of Liam Cohen show up right? With all that they were dealing with in the wide receiver room and the tight, they had one healthy tight end at one point in that game yesterday, Dave. Like it was, they were putting multiple linemen on the field to play tight end at one point. So you're having to tell them on the sideline, it's like, we just need you to stand here and block the guy in front of you, I guess.
Yeah, right.
It's the play that you get to. But bravo to Liam Cohen for figuring that out.
It was good to see them not like take a step back just because the woe is me. We're losing everybody. We don't have our receivers. We don't have our tight ends. So we're not going to really give it our all at this time. They were like, man, we don't care. Let's just go find a way. I don't care if we got to win by half a point. Let's just find a way to win this game. And Trevor doing a great job of putting some of it on his shoulders, too, of being able to use his legs and getting that ball into the end zone. Great job by him. Great job by the offense. The offensive line did amazing because they knew it was coming down to them. They didn't have anybody else they could look for to make these plays. It was coming down to them, and they said, we're going to stand up and we're going to rise to the occasion.
And I think it was Robert Hainsey after the game who said, when talking about going forward on fourth down, this is our team. This is our identity. This is who we are now.
I think it was McCary.
Was it McCary?
Well, I think it was McCary who said it to Coach.
Okay.
I think it's like Cohen said McCary when they were coming off the field.
Okay, I thought it was Hainsey, but it was one of the lines.
It was one of the
talked
linemen
about it,
for
saying
sure,
that this is our identity. So I added it up, and because, the Raiders are 7 out of 10 on third down yesterday, but 7 out of 11 when you roll in the 1 fourth down opportunity they had. And so they ended up about 63, 64%. Jaguars with the 3 for 3 on fourth down added into what they did. And they were a little above 50% on third down. They ended up about 63% on third and fourth down combined. Yeah. And, it's tough. It's tough to, in overtime, we're sitting there debating, do you take it? Do you kick it, right? And I think taking in a 10-minute overtime is the right thing because the Jags already had some time-consuming drives, man.
They ate up the clock in that one.
And they did, right? So even though the other team knows what they need now and they can go for it on every fourth down all over the field, it still, to me, puts pressure on if you're able to go down there and get those points. And once you got that kickoff return, of course, we gave one right back. That was a... Man,
that was a blow.
Special teams was great or horrific.
I know.
Yesterday. I mean, Cam Little was as good as we've ever had a kicking performance here in Jacksonville. But Raheem Mostert had 5 kickoff returns for over 200 total yards.
Sheesh.
It was ridiculous. They definitely got to clean that up as well, among other things. All right, but they'll do that in the wake of a victory. Jags at 5-3. This is Victory Monday on Jaguars Today on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Hey, folks, Mike Dempsey here for Apex Roofing and Contracting. Man, you want to have your roof hurricane ready, but maybe you just want a new roof. Maybe it just doesn't look good. It's plain worn out. Maybe it's got some damage or it leaks. Apex is the company to go with. They're local, dependable. They'll show up on time and up to 100% financing available as well. Go see them in Jax Beach. Reach for the peak with Apex Roofing and Contracting. Don't settle for anything but the best. You can find them online at apexroofingfl.com. That's Apex Roofing and Contracting.
Jaguars Today for the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios. Non-stop Knowles. Search 1010XL Seminoles on YouTube.
Homeowners, storms don't wait, so why should you? Protect your home and your wallet with Universal Roof and Contracting. Save up to 20% on roof replacements and repairs now through November 13th. Financing available with payments as low as $115. Call 855-ROOF-HELP for your free inspection. Universal Roof and Contracting. Protecting your home, building your trust.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
UniversalRoof.com. Dreamfinders Homes Monday.
Jaguars Today.
The new Ackerman Cancer Center is now open in World Golf Village with state-of-the-art technology that detects cancer fast and accurately. Same-day appointments are available where faster answers meet compassionate care. AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Bueller.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Jason, I called you about the ductwork in my attic this summer, and you totally blew me off.
I did.
My airflow is too low and my bills are too high.
I know.
There's stains on my ceiling tiles and sweating around the vents, and the mice have chewed so many holes in the ducts, I think they're getting more AC than I am.
I know.
Then how could you let me suffer all summer, Jason?
Because summer is the one time of year I just can't send my technician into someone's steaming hot attic. They'd kill me. Ductwork is hot, cramped work at the best of times. Lucky for you, those best of times are in November.
You mean like now?
Bueller Air and Plumbing can repair your old, damaged, or just plain sketchy ductwork right now when it's not too hot and not too cold.
And none of your technicians will kill you.
It's a win-win.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Running a small business is tough, so the Florida Small Business Development Center at UNF provides a free business checkup, a personalized analysis that helps you boost profits, your online presence, and increase your company's value. No cost, no strings attached. It's guidance from experts who understand what it takes to succeed in business. Whether you're just starting out or ready to expand, it's time to act. Complete a request for consulting at unf.edu/SBDC.
San Jose Collision is hiring for an automotive detailer and porter. If you're detail-oriented, dependable, and love working with cars, apply in person at San Jose Collision in Mandarin. Valid driver's license required.
Awaken 180 weight loss. Awaken 180 weight loss. Hacker here, and I recently celebrated a birthday with friends and family, and a lot of photos were taken. And you go on Facebook and you look, and you have those memories of years past on the same day. And I saw pictures of myself from 2 years ago. I couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. That's back when I was over 300 pounds. I mean, I was in a bad spot in life with my weight. And now here we are, my birthday in 2025, down over 100 pounds, keeping the weight off. I look like a completely different human being. I can't tell you how many times I'm told that pretty much on a daily basis by people who haven't seen me in quite some time. Go to awaken180weightloss.com, awaken180weightloss.com. I'm living proof. If you want to drop the weight, Awaken 180 Weight Loss is your answer. 844-346-1800.
Introducing the Jags Stack at Firehouse Subs. A sub so bold, we had to name it after the team that roars. Packed with protein and made to satisfy a football-sized appetite. It's stacked with honey ham, smoked turkey, and roast beef. Topped with provolone fresh veggies and our new Duval drizzle. Order the new Jags Stack in the app right now. Available for limited time at participating Jacksonville Firehouse Subs restaurants. The hottest subs in Duval!
1010XL, presented by Favre and Favre, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Favre. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
All right, Victory Monday rolls on, and it will all day long. Of course, Jeff Logman will check the tape with us tomorrow on this. Dave, let me ask you this. Right now, what's the biggest single issue for the Jacksonville Jaguars? That if you could clean up one thing, and when I say clean up, I'm not saying, because that tends to lead you down the path towards mental errors and things like that. But if there's one area either where you could start just playing better, an individual, an aspect of the team, a unit, what would be the one thing you'd want to fix the most?
I'm glad you explained that a little bit, because it was going to be the penalties and those kind of things offensively, because it stops you from getting into your rhythm like you want to, and then you can be a little bit more lights out offensively. But I'm going to say our pass rush. We've got to continue to get better at it. I know Hines Allen did a great job of presenting some good rush yesterday. Even with Walker out there, it was much better. But I think that still has to get better. That we have to see, and we're not going to see anybody, not very many guys play like Crosby, but just the amount of action that he has in the backfield, we need to see some more of that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. We need to see guys wrecking the game more often from our defensive line, and I just don't see it enough.
Would you, like, Jalen Phillips got traded from Miami to Philadelphia now for a third round.
Okay.
That
was number 15.
I'm not sure.
He wore number 15. Phillips, I think he did.
All right, let's say he did.
Okay.
Is he impactful enough? Like, is there is that level pass rusher impactful enough for this team to invest that high a draft pick, or would you rather just hope that we get some internal improvement and hope for the best?
Yeah, I mean, if it's not somebody like Trey Hendrickson, like, though, that's
who you're probably not getting for a third, and he's hurt anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, somebody that is at the same level almost as Hines Allen and Walker, but they just get to the quarterback a little more often. That's the kind of guy that I'm saying, whoever that is, wherever he is, we need some more of that. So we need more of what Hines Allen does. We just need more of it. We need more of it. And he does a great job of getting pressure on the quarterback. But now I'm starting to say we just need to get the quarterback down at times. Because you can get pressure, he still makes a touchdown throw. We need pressure of the quarterback is not getting the throw off. He's going down. We're backing them up. Momentum is shifting. Like, all those things happen when you get pressure on the quarterback and you get him down.
Perspective is interesting, too, on this game, I think. I feel like people are like, Trevor was okay, because so much emphasis.
There's nothing we can do with our quarterback, so I couldn't.
No, I got what you're saying. I'm just taking this in a little bit of a different direction now. Like, people are going to focus. He keeps making these mental errors, and it was a terrible interception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That notwithstanding, first drive they go 3 and out. On third down, I thought De'Ami Brown should have caught the ball. Would have been first down. Who knows what happens on the rest of the drive? On the drive that he did get picked off, they had first and goal at the 1 after this, ultimately a 17-play drive took place. So they moved the ball well. The next drive was a 9-play drive where they picked up multiple first downs that got wiped out due to penalty on passes to Parker Washington. Okay? From that point on, they get the ball right at the end of the half with no time left, basically. They get a field goal. And then in the second half, they get the ball. They don't move it very far after they get the turnover from Monteric, but they get points. They get a field goal. Then they go on a 13-play touchdown drive. Then they go on a 9-play touchdown drive. Then they go on an 8-play field goal drive when they had to have it to send the game to overtime. Then they went on a 10-play touchdown drive. Brian Sexton brought this up in the postgame. He believes it's the first time in Jacksonville Jaguars history that they scored on 6 consecutive possessions. Any kind of score on 6 straight possessions. No punts, no kneel downs to end the half, nothing. He went back. Now, he wasn't 100% sure, but he went back and looked at like 62-7 and 40-0 over the Browns and some of the bigger blowouts that they've had, and could not find an instance where they had scored 6 consecutive times. So, yes, it wasn't always pretty yesterday, but under the circumstances, your quarterback's sick. His receiving core is depleted to almost nothing. The game plan likely changed late in the week because of Travis Hunter's injury. It's not like he did it by himself, but when you look at 6 consecutive scoring drives, a 17-play drive that ended in a bonehead play, no question about it, another drive that went 3 and out, but you could classify as a drop on third down that should have continued the drive, and another one were penalties. I mean, they gave themselves a chance on every offensive possession to do something positive yesterday.
They did. I think what probably most of the fans that have a little bit of hesitation still is it's the Raiders. Why did we struggle, or not struggle, but why did we play the Raiders evenly? We had to go into overtime against them. Our defense, for whatever reason, could not stop them in the second half, or when we needed them to stop them, they just could not get off the field. And so they're looking at it as, okay, how do they line up now with the next team? Oh, they're not the Raiders. So they're trying to look at it with, rose-colored glasses, but they're seeing some other teams and they're thinking, I don't know if we have what it takes, though, if this is the way they're going to play, because the Raiders we see are not very good. This other team that they're about to play, they're pretty doggone good.
They're good defensively. They're outstanding defensively. I don't know how good they are offensively. You know, and particularly
us or
the Texans coming up. I mean, they're not this great offensive juggernaut.
They're not.
They haven't been. Their running game is very suspect. Nico Collins is a really good player, no question about it. They've had their own shares of injuries. The C.J. Stroud situation notwithstanding, I have no idea if he plays.
But even when he was playing, he still has not gotten back to his rookie year form. He still is we think we're kind of struggle sometimes with Trevor. He is still has way more moments, and he has already shown you how good he can be. Trevor still hasn't even shown us for a season how good he can truly be, or maybe he has, and he's shown us this is how good I am, which I'd be upset if that is as good as you can get. But C.J. Stroud has shown us he took the league by storm when he got here, and now is still just kind of waffling in the wind a little bit, trying to find his way still.
And with the exception of the super elite, like Mahomes had a down week this week, but if you watched it, he was under constant duress, right?
He's playing an MVP level this year.
Lamar plays at that level.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. Yeah. No one's suggesting Trevor's anywhere near that level. They're not, and nor they should be. But last week, Jordan Love played in the MVP level. He might have had the best week of any quarterback in the league, right? This week, at home, against the Carolina
Panthers,
team that the Jags handled, dispatched fairly easily. Threw for 273, no touchdowns, had a pick, and
should have been 2.
Right, should have been 2. And that offense was stuck in neutral at best all day long. That's kind of the league, man.
He does that to you.
You gotta cherish them when you get them.
But then I think, but how many times do the Packers have that kind of game? How many times does Jordan Love and his offense have that? They might still lose a game, but usually they're battling with somebody. Like it's we're throwing the ball all around the park, you know, as opposed to sometimes when we get it, we're like, all right, we're offsides. Trevor just threw another interception. We can't run the ball. We're just stuck now. We can't even get past the 50. Like that's where our frustration. We're okay if sometimes we play down to a little bit of a lower level, but we'll still play up there with the big dogs. We don't always do that. So we've got to find more of that consistency of being a team that no matter who comes in here, it's going to be a dogfight from start to finish.
All right, when we come back, we'll look through a few quick responses on this Victory Monday. How you feeling about your Jaguars? Hopefully happy that you got the win.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can be concerned about aspects of the team. That's certainly fair, but 5-3, a lot of teams to trade places with you right now, so let's hope they can build on that. We'll come back one final segment, and we'll send you off into the afternoon here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Jaguars Today from the Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors Studios of 1010XL.
Hey, Hicken here. Cooler weather right around the corner. So are you ready to float happy in the pool? Listen up. This month, Surfside Pools offering 10% on new pool heaters or heater replacements and installation. That's right. Now is the time to upgrade your pool heating system and extend that swimming season for months of extra enjoyment. Only from Surfside Pools, the trusted name for expert pool service. Family owned and operated. Call 246-2666 or visit surfsidepool.net.
License number CPC 044080.
It's a Dreamfinders Homes Monday.
Official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Are you ready to upgrade your windows or patio doors? It's the Black Friday sales event going on now at Renewal by Anderson. Buy now and pay nothing until 2027. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest for 2 years. This offer expires November 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Jacksonville, are you ready? The college basketball season is tipping off soon with an epic in-state showdown. The defending national champion Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes go head-to-head in the Jacksonville Hoop Showdown. Be there Sunday, November 16th at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena and witness this in-state rivalry live. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. It's Florida versus Miami right here at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena, November 16th. Ticketmaster.com.
Now the Performance Painting High Performance Play of the Game. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
This Jacksonville group went for broke while in Vegas, and the chips would fall in their favor. While in overtime, Trevor Lawrence would find the end zone for a 1-yard score, giving the squad a 30-23 lead in the extra period. The Lawrence score is your Performance Painting play of the game.
Hi folks, Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Ever wonder what to do with leftover paint that you don't want? Here's a few options. Paint can be placed in the regular trash if it's dry. Simply stir in kitty litter to a thick consistency. Then wait a few days with the lid off till it dries. Also, if the paint is good, there's many charities or churches that would love to have it. If you'd like more tips or have a project, we'd love to help. Go to performance-painting.com. Performance Painting. Repair, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Jacksonville is my hometown, and nobody knows roofing like me. I'm Ronnie, the owner of Brandon Roofing. We handle everything from repairs to full roof replacements, start to finish. We give honest quotes, use quality materials, and clean up like we were never there. We all look at Google reviews, so go ahead and check out ours. We're proud of all our 5-star ratings. I would say we treat you like family, but some people don't like theirs. Go to brandonroofing.com today to schedule your free roof quote.
License number CCC 1328006.
Yo, you already know it's your main man E.T. And no one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whatever your preference, we have everything from tequila cocktails and an extensive bourbon category to top shelf spirits and cocktails, served over ice balls, local craft beers, and handcrafted whiskey cocktails. Rounded out with adventurous drink menus, second to none. And don't forget about our 29-degree drafts. Check them out now on Atlantic and Kernan. Twin Peaks, eat, drink, scenic views. Come on, somebody.
I'm Stacy, and I want to tell you about my fogged up window fiasco at my house. I called up Mac at Baker Glass. He told me all I needed was a glass replacement. The process was so easy. All within a few days, they came out, measured, called me with an estimate, cut my glass, and came out to install the new ones. Now my view outside is fog-free thanks to Mac and his crew at Baker Glass. And my neighbors think I got some fancy new windows.
I'm back with Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Need or want cash? Beaches Jewelry and Pawn has cash available. Ready to buy guitars, surfboards, jewelry, firearms, tools, and especially gold. They need it all, selling or pawning. Get cash on the spot at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
1010XL, presented by Favre and Favre, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Favre doesn't flinch. Garage Monday on 1010XL is restored by Resto Pros of Northeast Florida.
All right, this from Leland on the X platform. You can call us ugly, you can call us gritty, you can call us lucky, but you better call us winners. Duval. I think that's kind of the sentiment, man. Like, be happy with the win. Yeah, we're not stupid. We realize this team's not steamrolling the league.
Like, I'm not confused watching that game yesterday. I'm like, wow, these teams are great. Right? Like, that's not how I come away from that game feeling. We talked about it all week, last week, saying the result against the Raiders, if you lose, it's like, well, I guess you're not a playoff contender. Right? It's the way that would have felt. If you're going to lose to the Raiders, the playoffs are just off the table. If you beat the Raiders, it's like, well, playoffs might still be on the table.
Right, it keeps it in play.
Right, but it doesn't come out of it going, now we're good. Like, it's not that kind of feeling. Thank goodness they found a way to squeak that one out against the Raiders, and hopefully they find a way to squeak out 5 or 6 more.
Right.
I kept saying all weekend long, I don't care if you win by half a point. Do not come back to Duval with an L.
Scoregami. I don't think that's happened.
I don't think it has either. But
there was a point in that game yesterday where the question was, when's the last time the NFL had a 0-0 tie? So I did look it up. It hadn't happened in the Super Bowl era. It hadn't happened since 1942.
Oh, my gosh.
That there was a 0-0 tie.
It would have happened in that snowplow game if they didn't bring the damn snowplow out. You know the snowplow game?
Oh, yeah.
When New England brought the guy who was on a work release from the prison was running the snowplow. Yeah. Like, literally, like, on the weekend work release, and he just came out there. That was a 3-0.
Yeah, and there was
finale.
a game that I didn't remember. It was a 3-0 final from, like, 3 or 4 years ago, and it was Minnesota beat the Raiders 3-0. I was like,
Wow.
oh, could we repeat history? Like, that's the way that first quarter felt, but it didn't end up that way, obviously.
All right, let's welcome in XL Primetime.
Now, the 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnicht. Nimnicht Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnicht Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
All right, I believe the fellas are out at Southampton today. Joe C., tell me if I'm wrong on that one.
No, we are at the just the beautiful golf club of Southampton. This is the new home in Guggen, and we are out here for the St. Joe's golf tournament. It's the alma mater, Mike. So I got to come back and support Deacon Ott, Todd De Clemente, and all the guys at St. Joe's. And I'm telling you what, dude, it is a gorgeous day.
Oh, we can see it through the window. It's beautiful out there, and I don't think it would matter if it was your alma mater. You take any opportunity to be out at Southampton, I don't blame you one bit. So. Joey, obviously a lot from a football-packed weekend coming up. Let me ask you this. Yeah. Trade deadline is 4 o'clock tomorrow. Do you think the Jags make a move? No matter how significant, will they make a trade?
Yeah, I'll say yes. Because of the injuries, the Eric Murray injury, who knows the severity of the Travis Hunter injury, the other guys that have gone down. I would love for this to be a Howie Roseman stretch over the next 24, 36 hours. I doubt it, but that's what the Eagles have been aggressive. They go and land Jalen Phillips, which was one of the guys that I at least said a few weeks ago I would love for Jacksonville to look at to increase the pass rush. But I think they're going to do something.
I don't know if I would have been comfortable giving a third for Jalen Phillips in the Jags situation.
It's still, you're right. Pricey, and that's what it boiled down to.
Yeah, I'm fine playing with those, 5th and 6th, 7th round picks and shuffling them around. Now, if there's truly an impact player that you think you can get from, like maybe Detroit, that conditional third you're going to get from Detroit that's going to be at the end of the round. Yeah. You might convince me to part with that, but we'll see, man. What's coming up today?
Definitely digging into that because that could have been a no bueno trip to LV, man. If they go for 2 and get it, obviously everyone's just saying, what in the world? But they did get the dub. They are 5-3. They're going to Houston. Who knows who C.J. Stroud or how healthy he is. Anyway, we'll do that. We'll do the Florida-Georgia game, the upset of Miami, all the other college football games we will get to today.
Oh, did Miami play this weekend?
Yes, they did.
I wasn't aware. All right.
They dropped one. As I'm looking at Leon right now, they dropped one in Dallas.
I did see Leon say he was drinking the Kool-Aid on the team on social media this weekend. All right, well, Joe, have a great show. We'll be listening.
All right, fellas, thanks.
Thank you, buddy. Enjoy the tournament out there as well. All right, same for you guys. David, do the Jags make a trade before the deadline tomorrow?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with, there's so many different places where we're injured and hurt and need guys, but I think they're going to find somebody in the safety area.
In the safety group. Tony, what about you?
Yeah, probably wide out.
Wide out. Dylan, what do you say?
Wide out.
Wide out. I'm with DG. I think it'll come on the defensive side. Look, maybe they'll make a couple, 2, 3. Nice. Who knows? Whatever. But I do think they try to get something done. We'll see if they. You don't want to mortgage your future, obviously, but they got a lot of late picks here. You're not going to have all those guys on your roster next year anyway. So if we can get something to juice this team a little bit, wouldn't be opposed to it. Happy Victory Monday, everybody. Jags are 5-3. It certainly beats the alternative.
Yes, it does.
And we're all back and happy together. Let's do it again a week from today, shall we? All right. Thank you very much for listening to Jaguars Today. For Tony Smith, Dylan Denmark, and David Garrard, I'm Mike Dempsey. XL Primetime is next on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
He's all going to bring us at least 3 championships.
Jaguars Today for the renewal.